Active learning of English skills. Active learning of English skills is the new way to learn English effectively. It is not enough to read or listen or write or speak. All these skills should be practiced simultaneously while a learner understands the context and is emotionally involved in it. Traditional English teaching is based on conscious memorization of information. When you break down the language components such as reading, writing, speaking, and grammar and teach them separately, you use passive learning. It does not teach you how to think in English and speak fluently. We spend years in school learning a lot of subjects. Most of the courses rely on teaching materials, handouts, notes, and testing. However, you cannot learn how to play guitar or drive a car by memorizing the operating instructions. English skills could not be memorized. They could be acquired only by training. This application introduces active learning to help students speak English fluently in less than a year. Use all senses simultaneously and you retain more of what you learn. In multisensory learning, cross-translation is turned off automatically. It teaches how to think in English. Active learning is when you read, listen, and speak concurrently, and at the same time you are emotionally connected to the text which you are learning. To acquire the English skills and intuitive grammar, speaking alone is not enough because you are just practicing what you already know. Passive learners cannot think in English, so many refuse to speak in class because it is so stressful. Active learning allows you to speak stress-free. Some teachers believe that because their learners spend 80% of their class time speaking in English, they are using active learning. However, only one person speaks at a time. The rest of the class is listening to the broken English of their peers. In contrast to passive learning, we use patented simultaneous repetition that allows all students to speak concurrently. It is real training of English skills. In active learning, each student speaks 80% of the classroom time using earphones. To train English skills effectively, the learners perform 3 actions at the same time: reading, listening, and speaking. The learners understand the context and are fully engaged since support in Mandarin is built in the Android application for stress-free training. The Android application for active training of English skills lets learners experience all language skills concurrently: reading, listening, and speaking. Content can be customized by the learner or the teacher. The application provides support in Mandarin when the learner needs it, but the main experience is in English. The application lets learners share recorded sessions with friends or with the teacher. 3 types of texts are used in every lesson. 1. Pre-recorded lessons on various topics and drills. 2. Lessons added by a learner or a teacher. 3. inspirational poem. Use application for self-teaching or guided online coaching. Any text added to application is used for simultaneous repetition while listening to natural-sounding robot voice. Speak in English before you have learned grammar, rules, or vocabulary lists. Re-experiencing familiar situations in English only results in acquisition of intuitive grammar and language patterns. Testing active vocabulary and fluency is built in this Android application. Speak on any topic inspired by the word on a display and say a few sentences which would be automatically recorded for test evaluation. Testing speaking fluency provides gamification. Testing develops a habit of automatic speech and the habit of thinking in English.